We had to ignore stay-put order to survive, insists Grenfell girl, 12. Naila El Guenuni said she, her younger brother, sister and pregnant mother acted against the advice of the fire brigade after seeing a neighbor standing on the window ledge of the 18th floor, and were the last to escape the horror. She told Channel 4 News, "He, the neighbor, was literally about to jump and my mom didn't want us to see somebody commit suicide. I called the fire brigade one last time and they told us to stay put as well, even at this point when the flames started to come into our neighbor's house. Mom didn't trust them anymore, so we quickly ran." But Naila suffered the devastating loss of most of her closest friends in the blaze on June 14 last year. They included her role model Firdaus Hashim, who TV presenter Jon Snow met weeks earlier while judging a school's debating competition. "She was a year above me. We went to school together and the plan was that we'd go to secondary school together as well," Naila said. "She was one of my closest friends. She was intelligent. I saw her as a role model. She was really talented." Naila said that on the fateful night, a neighbor knocked on their door and told them to get out, but her mother called the fire brigade. "They told us everything was fine and to stay in our house, not to leave, it was under control," she said. "We trusted them, thinking they have so many years of experience and that they knew what they were talking about, so we just stayed put. There was chaos. Everyone was screaming. They told us to stay put, so we did, and then the flames came into our kitchen and that's what caused our mom to quickly evacuate us." Clinging to each other, the family entered the pitch-black, smoky hallway. Naila said, "We were taking step by step. I was crying and everyone was crying. It was black and you couldn't see anything until eventually we met the fire brigade." She added, "There were 2 firemen and they were going down, and we went down with them, and I was very scared and anxious and kept shouting, 'What floor are we on?' My brother collapsed and then they picked him up and then we left the building and we could see lights and there was hope that we could do it. They quickly put my brother in an ambulance and one of the firemen lifted me on his shoulder and he had a big shield just to ensure that nothing would drop because there was pieces of the building that were dropping. Then the moment we hit the fresh air was the best feeling ever. I was so relieved." The family escaped from the tower at 3:15 am. Naila and her brother spent 2 weeks in a coma and her mother was in a coma for 3 weeks. The youngsters are now facing the future in a new home with their baby sister and are being supported by the charity Action for Children. In a statement to an inquiry into the Grenfell disaster, the London Fire Brigade said crews were placed in intolerable positions during the fire and would have been unaware of any defects caused by the refurbishment of the 24-story block.